You know, the APC came to being based on its change mantra, and for close watchers, they say this doesn't look any differently. In fact, this seems worse compared to what has always been in the assembly. What would you be saying to such people?
Well, I think we are still very much on track. We have not imposed any candidate on anybody. It's asked the people to choose their own representative. Our sole aim being that we would not go to the National Assembly with more than one candidate for the party. And I challenge anybody to the contrary that says that, oh, the party has imposed A, B, or C. No, it's not true.
The time for you to clear clear the air on this. You say this is not an imposition. Then what is it?
I can't get you, sir.
You say this is not an imposition. What would you call it?
Well, so how do you describe democracy? If you ask all members of the National Assembly elect to come to a place and elect the one person who will represent them, or do you think the party should hold its arm and allow the party to, go into bits and pieces, and you have 3, 4, 5, candidates from the same party going to the election and then have PDP defeat us? I don't think any party would have done otherwise than what we did.
This has to be resolved, don't you think?
Politics like life is about crisis management. We are going to manage it.
You have the magic wand for that?
We have the capacity.
But the thing about this, Alhaji, many just listening to us are also just tweeting as well. They're raising concerns. They're worried about how it's going on. They are asking, is the party going to remain united on the floor of the House at the end of this sitting? That how it's handled by the leadership is going to be very, very key.
Frankly speaking, leadership is blameless in this. Absolutely. And you must be disciplined of the coalition. Whether you are a senator or you're a member of House of Representatives, you must not forget that you did not get there as an independent candidate. You got there on the platform of the party. If you could accept the guidelines for primaries, why can't you accept the guidelines for this straw election? Why not? You cannot take the benefit of the situation and fit this body.
But Alhaji, there have been candidates, sorry to interrupt you, Chamberlain, but there have been candidates that it would seem that the party preferred from the word go, and it would seem that those are the candidates that eventually emerged.
Honestly, the party has no preference. No, the party did not interfere in their campaigns or in their lobbying. The party was completely aloof, allowed them to campaign, allowed them to lobby. But at the point in time, the party said, we must step in and ensure that they elect one of their own.
But how do we then prove that? Because if some names were already being mentioned within the circles of the party as being favored, how do you tell the other candidates that really we did not have any hand in that?
Clearly from the moment elections were conducted and completed, and the senators emerged, House of Rep members emerged, there had been campaigns by individual senators and House of Rep members to contest for the post of Senate President and contest for the post of, Speaker. No, that was not, the party didn't drop any name. They came out on their own. They came to lobby party leaders. They came to seek the endorsement of party leaders. And the party simply said, you will, among yourselves, elect a representative. We will not. But we set the guidelines. We would provide a conducive environment. And that has always been our position. So nobody can come out and say, from day one, the party had a candidate. It's not correct.
Alhaji, the same, when you said if they could accept the guidelines of the party, why can't they accept this one? I asked Honorable Yunusa this same question, he's from Gombe State, yesterday, and he said, The president had given his word that they were not going to interfere and even bring up any such rules, that it's up to them, members in the House. And he thought strongly that the party were trying to twist them into bringing, getting members elected.
No, I don't see any contradiction. Number one, the president is not the party. Two, the party on its own did not get involved, but the party had to ensure that there will be no division on the floor of the House by the party. That's all. I don't see how they mix the two things. I think they are just being mischievous.
Is the president...
I am not going to impose and I'm ready to work with anybody. Fine. But the party said, yes, we must ensure that only one candidate of the party goes to the floor to contest against PDP. Okay. So I don't see the contradiction in this matter.
Is the president the leader of the party?
Look, the chairman of the party is Chifu Yeko. The president is by virtue of being the president of the whole of the country.
He is not the leader of your party?
Look, we have many leaders in the party. You see, I don't want to be boxed with whether the president is the leader of the party. No, no. The president is a product of the party.
Okay, so Alhaji, at the end of the meeting today by 9 o'clock, many are just wondering. The meeting today by 9 o'clock with the president, what if the members don't shift grounds and then they have to go back to the National Assembly?
This thing is a marathon, it's not a sprint. The party will be there, and the government will be there for the next 4 years, and I can assure you that we are not short of options.
Okay, because many wonder, isn't this going to serve as a distraction? Because the party has a lot that they promised in their manifesto, so can they afford any distraction?
No, I can assure you, it's a distraction, I agree with you, but we are going to contain it.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Alhaji Lai Mohammed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. So there you have it, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the National Publicity Secretary of the APC, speaking to us about the situation at the moment. And that was the kind of scenario we faced yesterday, where we were asking Honorable Yunusa, when he said, look, the leader of the party, he said the president, and then we want, wait a minute. So, but now you heard Alhaji Lai Mohammed saying the president is a product of the party. Make of that what you will.
And there are many leaders
in the party. That's a problem.
And, well, he didn't also tell us if the president is one of such leaders.
Well, so many going on. But today is that day when the National Assembly will open up, because at the moment, we understand it's under lock and key. Correspondents trying to gain access to that venue. They've got to allow them access and report what is going on the floor of the House, and so this cannot be any exception. But all of this story is making the front page, making the rounds about certain people boycotting certain meetings. What do all of this mean? Who are the actors? How many are they? What kind of figures do we require? We'll tell you all about this in just a moment. Don't go away.
There are many things wrong with what happened. Firstly, the legitimacy and indeed the legality of that exercise can be described as completely faulty. It is neither provided for in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, nor is it provided for in the Constitution of the party APC. Therefore, one asks the question, where did the party get the power to conduct what is called a primary election for the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives?
Party always has an input, because all the candidates elected are not elected as independent candidates. They are elected as candidates of the party, sitting on the seat of the party and bound by the decisions of the party. Therefore, the party has a role to play at all times.